It's James Murray. We're in the Net News Ledger studio. I'm here today with Alan Coutts from Noront Resources. Alan, welcome back to the studio.
Nice to be here, James. Thanks for having me.
You have had an exciting week at Noront.
You could say that indeed. It has been a big week.
There's been a lot going on. What do our readers and viewers need to know?
Well, that's a great question. I think the things have changed dramatically, I think, this week. As a lot of people know, Noront Resources acquired the Cliffs properties in the Ring of Fire. And really this acquisition and some additional financing that's come Noront's way has really changed the entire playing field.
Well, Noront has probably gone, in a way, from being one of the junior miners to now graduating to the next level.
Well, that's it. And I think, James, really the situation was that Noront was a small junior company and was not in the limelight. It was sort of playing second fiddle to some bigger players in the Ring of Fire. And we were advancing our projects in a traditional fashion, as juniors do. But that's all different now. And I think, the message I want to get out there is that it's all changed, because now we have to approach this on a much grander scale. We have consolidated all these properties, we have the financial backing, and we want to sit down with the First Nations and governments and say, hey, how can we do all of this together for the next 50 years? How can we do this in a way that is a real partnership? You hear that a lot from the First Nations, and I mean, I'm saying it's all on the table. We want to know, what the First Nations want to see from a point of view of equity participation, from revenue sharing. We'd like to have First Nations as shareholders of Noront. It's all on the table, and I think we have to change the entire business model. This isn't the old-fashioned business model of the resource company making a deal, with the First Nations and then going ahead and mining. We want to do this holistically and for the next 50 years, like I said. So it's a real opportunity for us, and that's the kind of conversations I think we have to have next.
Now, how quickly did this come together? Because what happened this week, Noront had the announcement come out, and literally the Ring of Fire Aboriginal Training Alliance students were graduating, the Matawa Chiefs were in the city, and they were expressing some concern over the deal. This must have come together with a lot of work, but then came together very quickly.
Yeah, what happened was, the Cliffs had put their assets up for sale, and it was a competitive process. And it was also, most of the companies that were involved had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so kept it confidential as well. So there was a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Lots of people were kicking the tires and making bids for the assets. And in the end, our bid was a successful one, but it feels like it comes out of the blue because you're bound by confidentiality.
Okay. But
in actual fact, we've been working on this for about 4 months now.
So it's a long process that all of a sudden it looks like it was so easy.
It's exactly right. And there was lots of moving parts, but we got the deal done. And now I think that the time is right to, as I said, think about new business models, new ways to do this. And it has to start with an understanding about how to go forward, a principles-based understanding about, where we're going to go and how we're going to do things together. And, again, this is the conversations I'm looking to have over the next few weeks with the Matawa Chiefs.
Excellent. So I'm sure we'll be talking again and again, I hope, as this project continues forward.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks so much, James. It's nice to be here.
You're welcome.